my name is Sydney Rastrullo. I am 20 years old. I am a photo major and I specialize in portraiture. I am hoping to either go into commercial photography or photojournalism. And I work mainly in film, but I also work in digital photography as well.
So, like, what do you love about, like, film camera versus, like,
DSLR, right?
Sure.
So with digital cameras, I mean, you kind of see it with, like, taking, like, group pictures. You have the ability to take, like, 20 pictures in, like, 1 second or something like that. But with film, you kind of have this, like, sense of care that you have to put within each image, because each image, one, costs money, and two, it's something that you can't, like, you know, kind of like repeat. How do I explain it? It's like when you look on your phone and you're like doing a group selfie and you notice that you're blinking, you can retake it.
Yeah.
But with like with film, you can't see whether or not, you can't see how the shot turned out. What you shot is what you shot, and you can't change it. And the only way you can see it is until after you develop it. The thing about film is that even though you can replicate it through like Photoshop by adding grain and like filters to make it look vintage, there's nothing that digital can replace about film. With film, you gotta have like the sense of like care and like love that you put within each image, because it's a process. It's not just you click a bunch of like buttons and then you get what you want. You actually have to take time. Like developing film takes maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and then developing a print just one print may take up to 10 minutes, and it's like there's just so much care you put into an image that digital just can't give you. And the fact that it's physical too just means more than digital. Like, that's why I like film. It just feels like you care more about the image rather than just snapping a picture or like snapping the shutter and that's it. Like with film, there's just so much more that goes into it rather than digital.
What do you love about, like, photography in general?
I learned that like art doesn't just affect the art world, it's affected by the world around it. And then photography, it's given me the opportunity to document my life. I mean, you were reading my Pratt essay.
Yeah.
But like my freshman year, I went to New York for a band trip, and I had so much fun. Like I saw like a whole bunch of like touristy things in New York. I had a lot of memories with my friends, and I took some pictures, but just not like how I do now.
Yeah.
And after that, like, life just kept moving on, and then I just forgot that I went to New York, and realizing that I like went to New York and forgot just made me think about like what is my life going to be when I'm older? Like, am I going to remember everything that happened to me when I was younger? And like everything that's happened to me when I was younger is making me who I am, and if I forget that, then like what is my life for? So realizing this fear that I might potentially be living my life for no reason if I don't remember it made me want to take pictures. Like I just had this need to take pictures and just document my life. Just hoping that, you know, when I'm older, that I'll look back on these things and remember all the good and bad things. So that was the main reason why I started photography. And then as I started doing that, I noticed that I started taking more pictures of people, portraits, and I realized like the memories were important, but the people were more important. Like, they stood out above everything else. Like, the people in my life are what make me me. So I found my love for people through photography. Before then, I never realized the worth of like other people. That sounds so insensitive. I stopped thinking about myself and I started thinking of others. I mean, I mentioned before that I am a selfish person, but I still want to be able to help and impact the world in a different way. And my way is through art.
If you wanted to go back to freshman year Sydney and then give her advice about photography in the future, what would you say to her?
Take more art classes. I only took one art class at my freshman year, and that was first semester. And then everything else just was academic stuff, and I didn't have fun in school. But I had fun in photography my senior year, and I mean, sometimes even now. And I wish I took that opportunity only because if I took more art classes, I wouldn't be at Moraine. I'd be at another art school. But if it wasn't worrying about like where I was now, it would just be more like work hard, study hard, like actually care about what you're doing
Yeah.
and put some effort into it, and not just care about one aspect of your life, but care about other things too. Freshman to senior year was all about music. Like the only thing I did was music, and that's the only thing I cared about. Everything else in my life was lacking, and I would want to tell myself like there are other things to worry about. You know, like music isn't what you're gonna go into, so you have to care about other things. Yeah.
So what do you hope for yourself in the future, regardless of whether you're in photography journalism,
Yeah, photojournalism.
or whether it be like lighting and all that stuff?
I hope that either way I end up making an impact on the world, and not really I want to change the world, but more just helping people. With art, it's given me the opportunity for my voice to be heard without even like talking, because I'm not good at talking. But and like seeing that opportunity that art has given me, I want to be able to give that opportunity to other people whose voices can't be heard. The really interesting thing about portraits is just texture. Like texture is just so nice to look at.
Yeah.
So it also makes me really sad when people start to like Photoshop texture out. It's like why? Like that's what makes you human. Human.